Hi everyone, welcome to this session on implementing embedded analytics. I'm your host, Steve Wergles, and I'm a technical account manager at Looker. Throughout this session, we'll walk through the various flavors of embedded analytics, touch on comparisons and trade-offs of each, and then wrap up with a simple framework for deciding when to use each option or a combination of more than one. Embedded analytics is an increasingly common way to use the full breadth of the Looker platform to build applications and workflows that extend beyond the core BI applications. With more tools connecting via APIs, it's easier than ever to get started. These four flavors that we will walk through today are not mutually exclusive. For example, a customer may start with OAM for the quickest time to market, then transition to a combo of OAM and iframe embed. Another common scenario is to use a combo of the iframes and API for development productivity and flexibility. The newer extension framework comes with some public templates that can be used for a mix of speed and customization. First, I'll take you through OAM. OAM is essentially a standard Looker instance, but with your logo. Your customers sign in to Looker directly, just as your internal team would. All development work is done inside the Looker platform, and you have full access to all the same functionality. As such, you can leverage the built-in permissioning capabilities to limit the data, content, and features your customers have access to. This includes locking down security to your data at the granular row level. Since OAM leverages all the pre-built Looker functionality, it's the quickest option to deploy a customer-facing product. The only development work required is limited to your data models and building content. You don't need to set up any additional architecture outside the Looker platform. However, the customizations are limited to what is available within the Looker UI, and it cannot be used within an existing application. Again, your customers are logging in to Looker directly. This is the perfect setup when you need to launch a customer-facing product quickly and do not require additional customization beyond the built-in features of Looker. OEM is also ideal when the resources are tight and you cannot devote additional overhead to building an external product. OEM is also a good candidate as a prototype to deploy to end users to get valuable product feedback while your team builds a separate external application. Next up, we'll go over the iframe embed SDK and the API. Looker's Embed SDK is a library of functions that you can add to the code of your browser-based web application to manage embedded dashboards, looks, and explorers in your web app. It displays data visualizations and all advanced BI capabilities in your application using iframes. Using iframes to embed content is fast to market and allows for some additional customization. The Looker API is separate and lives on the server with your Looker instance and executes commands on the Looker server. This allows for complete customization, only limited by the creativity of your developer team. Many data products start by utilizing the Embed SDK and iframes, and later evolve to incorporate the API as specific needs arise. It's also common to use both in certain scenarios for customizations beyond themes, external filters, etc. Using iframes requires a lower developer effort and is easier to implement, but does require users to be authenticated in both Looker and your application separately. The API on its own can be customized to match the UI and UX design of the parent application, but comes at the cost of heavier development effort. Using a combination of the two is ideal when you would like to leverage some of Looker's existing framework while also customizing a subset of features to fulfill various development requirements. Now that we've covered some trade-offs of the Embed iframe and API, let's go into when you might use each. The iframe route is ideal when all your users have read-only permissions and you can only devote limited developer resources that would be needed for a more complex implementation. Conversely, using the API is ideal when you cannot make any compromises on the design or functionality of your application. This enables a fully custom user experience. When you would like to take advantage of some of Looker's out-of-the-box content to merge with your existing application, a combination of both API and iframe is a great way to make some moderate customizations. The last flavor of embedded analytics we'll cover is the extension framework. The Looker extension framework is a development framework that significantly reduces the effort and complexity of building custom JavaScript data applications and tools. It does this by bundling the hosting, authentication, authorization, and Looker API into a more simplified package. The extension framework takes care of all the infrastructure setup for you so that teams can focus on starting development right away. There are also templates located on Looker's public GitHub repository to help get you started in the right direction. Current examples of Looker-built extensions that are available on the Looker Marketplace include the Data Dictionary and the LookML diagram. The Data Dictionary is available for download on the Looker Marketplace. This extension provides a dedicated, centralized interface for searching through all your Looker fields and descriptions. It provides a searchable directory for all metrics and descriptions for users to identify the appropriate dimension or measure for analysis. Simply add a description to a field in your LookML, and it will show up in the data dictionary. This helps provide a single source of truth for your data and eliminate confusion among stakeholders. The LookML diagram is an ER diagram of a LookML model that visually depicts relationships between its underlying LookML objects. This extension helps developers understand the underlying logic for specific fields, views, explores, and joins, and track down the source for each object. Again, both the LookML diagram and data dictionary extensions are available for download via the Looker Marketplace to connect into your evolving Looker instance. With the extension framework, you can use the Looker API to execute functions for data retrieval, managing content, and other admin functions. You can also have codified custom rendering logic on query response, build out custom workflows for your users, and leverage Looker components, which are a collection of pre-built tools for building additional Looker data experiences. However, the extension framework does not leverage the internal API, execute downloads yet, write to the analytics database, or alter LookML directly. The extension framework is best to use when you might need a template to help you get started that can be customized to meet specific requirements. It is also useful for building single-page apps within Looker or to enhance external platforms for your customers. Lastly, it is an ideal candidate when you do not want to host an application server yourself and want Looker to assist in the setup for both the front end and back end. Now that we have walked through each flavor of embedded analytics, let's recap. There are never perfect solutions. There are only trade-offs for particular scenarios. Each option for embedding analytics applications come with their own set of these trade-offs. While OEM might be the quickest to implement, it also comes with the fewest options for customization. And with the API, while the world is your playground, it requires the greatest degree of development effort. So when should you use each option? Use OEM for the quickest deploy when resources are limited. Use Iframe to maximize developer productivity. Use the API to maximize freedom and flexibility. And use the extension framework when you need both speed and customization. Thank you so much for attending this session and join. I hope you get a chance to enjoy all the other sessions.